My name is Emir Skalonja. I am from Buffalo, New York. However, I was born and raised in Bosnia. It's a very far away southeastern European country next to Italy. I'm 28, going to be 29 this August. Not looking forward to that because it's just another step to 30. But it's all right. Yeah, I'm a local filmmaker and an author. Mainly specialize in horror films. Horror is my passion, as well as heavy metal music. So yeah, I kind of grew up around Stephen King and H.P. Lovecraft, Edgar Allan Poe, all writers who influenced me, and Robert Rodriguez and George Romero as far as the filmmakers go. So yeah. For fun and hopefully as a future career, horror is my number one. I mean, whether it be gore or psychological or, you know, whatever fear is to people, it's horror to me. But on the other side, I do film weddings and corporate events and stuff like that. But that's for the money aspect. That's what funds my films and stuff. So yeah. It started in high school. We were supposed to do one English elective, so I picked film. Well, it's called media study, but it was for film. We made a short film as a final project. Then we had like an award ceremony. I won an award for the best screenplay. I was like 16, and when I read it now, I'm like, I don't know how that won because it wasn't good, but I guess for 16 years old, it was okay. But yeah, but I haven't been doing it this seriously, like where I'm actually getting paid now, for about 4 or 5 years, maybe, if that, less maybe, yeah. I have a very small but loyal team that consists of my wife. She's been with me from day one. She acts, she helps me proofread all the scripts, like my book that I wrote, like she was like my very first, I guess like the very front person like to proofread and, you know, say whether it's good or not. She's my actress. She acted in many films that I did, well, short films. I have a very devoted special effects guy, Sean Saramak. He's a local psychic medium, but the guy is a whiz when it comes to creating stuff from scratch. I mean, he makes eyeballs, appendages, like fingers, like, and it's so very realistic, which actually he helped me with the film that I made, The Butcher. And it's so very realistic that people are like, just like, whoa. And for the last thing that we filmed, he created some intestines, which look very real. An eyeball, like I said. There were a couple of nose pieces and ears. It's all very grotesque, but what the guy makes is so, like so top notch and so very realistic. It's just amazing. Like, he's basically my producer.
No, well, the other girl was like mentioning how great Kay looks, and I was like, oh yeah, that's my friend Kay. Didn't come across. I was like, oh, she said something about Nicole. I was like, oh yeah, by the way, it's my wife Nicole. Can I have a sip of that, like a tiny little sip, please?
I got water.
No, well, here, my sugar.
We just took on another gentleman who's very generous, like when it comes to financial support. David Monk. He's a local actor, film enthusiast. And yeah, everybody that like we picked up on the way, you know, that gets interested into like the films and stuff, into acting. I mean, I don't do it so much for myself. I mean, well, I do, but a lot of people get picked up on a way that, you know, get to do on another project, and that I've remained friends with. A lot of my very, very good friends that I keep, you know, very close contact with are the people that I met through filmmaking. To name a few, just like from the past project, Lori and her daughter Kyra, a very young, great actress, Michalina from Rochester, Sean Essler, and those are just some few people that have worked with me on the last project. They're very, very good bunch of people who will do stuff for free, and honestly, because I really can't afford to pay too many people, so. Great budget. I mean, like, we get a few donations here and there. A lot of stuff comes out of our own pocket. Like I said, our friend David Monk has been very generous with, finances. We're in a process, and it's a very long process, of making a film called Sharkorpion. It's a monster hybrid between a scorpion and a shark, so it's a half scorpion, half shark, called Sharkorpion. It's going to be a first Western New York creature feature. David was very generous to donate a few $100s to that. So, but yeah, it's basically donations combined with stuff out of our own pocket.
That way, or am I going on that?
That way. You want to end up, see like where like those barrels or cisterns are over there? That's where you want to end up. Ready? So, like, just the camera. Here we go. And action.
Like, number one, as you see, I talk a lot. I go off tangent so many times, so like, stop me whenever you want. I guess I'm like a natural storyteller because I can talk a lot. I like entertaining people. I like scaring people. I like making people laugh because a lot of my films, they have like some sort of a dark humor that, amidst all of the blood and gore, you can still be like, yeah, that was funny, like the one-liner. But yeah, I want to entertain people. I like hearing feedback from people on like their, thoughts on my films or my books and stuff, stories, whatever it is. I want to get people's reaction. So yeah, I want to make films and write books and rescue animals because I'm a huge animal activist. Buffalo is a very great city when it comes to like independent arts. The problem that arises is there are a lot of egos that you clash with because everybody does things on their own. So it's like egos. I have several bad interactions with people that I've almost like abandoned projects because it's the business aspect, when it's like, okay, so like you are making $100,000, it doesn't matter who you work with because that's $100,000. When you're making, like $100 or like $500, that's like, okay, that's enough to put, gas in my car or like my food in the fridge. So there's like no luxury. So you have to like pick and choose people that will, help the project and not like hurt the project, like with drama and whatever. Lately, I've sort of after the first of the year this year, after January, I kind of like revamped my structure and like what I was going to do, and I've met a lot of great people, and those are the people that I'm with now, and those are like really great people that promote my work. And I like to call my work, when a lot of people participate, I like to call, our movie or our project or like whatever it is. So I have a great group now. Have I encountered some very difficult people in the past? Yes. I guess it comes with with a territory that like you're in. I believe like to be in any sort of arts, like you have to be eccentric or have some sort of an ego, like to be like weird or odd. I'm weird, I admit it, but yeah. I use Adobe. Back in college, it was like the emphasis was great for Final Cut because everything at UB was Mac. But since then, I've been mainly using Adobe, Adobe Premiere, Adobe After Effects. It depends what I'm using. I don't like to use a lot of CGI. Number one, I don't have like the great ability or like huge programs to do top-notch special effects. But what we use, like what we do from scratch, I guess compensates for that. Post-production, I mean, I guess can range anywhere from like 2, 3, 4 months. Depends on the length of the project. The Butcher, we shot for 6 full days. We had 2 days where we filmed back-to-back, 8 or 9 hours. Then we had several other like smaller days. So it was about like 2 weeks of filming, shooting, reshooting, and then it took me about 3 months to edit it. There wasn't anything digital involved other than like some minor color correction, but that's about it. You really have to like just do your own thing and like not listen to what other people, you know, say. When you're doing stuff like on your own or like with a tight group of people, like you have to focus on that. The reviews of whatever you do will come in. There's always going to be criticism from whoever. Don't get the reviews or criticism bog you down because everybody has an opinion. It just depends, you know. It's always finding that one person who will appreciate it. Like to me, I don't care if I like satisfy with my, you know, art 8 million people or like 8 people. It's like finding that one fan who's going to promote your work, who's going to, you know, follow you, like follow your projects. The one thing that I have to borrow from Robert Rodriguez when it comes to budget filmmaking is make films based on what you already have and not what you wish you had. So if you have a really cool car, you know, structure a film around that car. Or like if you have like a set of really cool prop weapons, or, you know, center the film around, you know, the things that you have. Not, you know, okay, well, I want to make, you know, a movie about a spaceship like blowing up in outer space. And I'm like, where the hell's a spaceship? You know, like, where are you going to find that? So, like, that stuff I'm borrowing from his book because I've learned a lot from him. And another thing is creativity solves problems, not money. So it's like, it's always utilizing like different shots. It's not how are we going to do this? It's let's try to do this. So The Butcher is about a deranged man who, like, he sort of has like a split personality. He's like really laid back, but then like he goes around like kidnapping women and murdering them. So the film is about him kidnapping a small group of women and committing like the most vile atrocities on the said group of women. However, one woman proves to be a very big bite to chew, so that's how he meets his match, I guess. Not evenly matched, but still a match. I did the movie for an effect. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback, and one thing that people do say is to not eat before you see this movie because it's vomit-inducing. So I guess I consider it my job well done because of the reaction I get from people and the effects that the actors did. The acting that the actors did and the amazing effects that Sean Cermak did. He also plays the Butcher. Everything in the movie is handmade from scratch. Intestines. There's a scene where he pulls out the girl's intestines, and that's all from scratch, yeah. You can find me Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. There are a couple Facebook pages. There's facebook.com/foxtrotprod, like a dance, foxtrot prod. You can find me, I have an author and film page. It's Emir Skalonja. So EmirSkalonja, Emir Skalonja. Yeah, my Facebook profile, my general one, or for my Facebook. I mean, for my author/filmmaker page. On Twitter, it's just @emirskalonja.com. Instagram, it's X, Eternal Darkness X. Yeah. Yep.
Let's sing back at camp.
He can definitely act. He's a great. He actually looks like a soldier.
It's pretty good.
He is. Ash. This is, I don't know if you you met my wife.
Okay.
This is my wife.
I
Is
took the
Paul.
liberty of introducing myself
How rude.
because you're terrible at it.
No, well, the other girl was like mentioning how great Kay looks, and I was like, oh yeah, that's my friend Kay. Didn't come across. I was like, oh, she said I'm on Nicole. I was like, oh yeah, by the way, that's my wife Nicole. Can I have a sip of that, like a tiny little sip, please?
I got water.
No, well, here, I'm taking sugar.
Sugar. Pour some sugar.